Y buena gente, ¿qué tal? Bienvenidos. Bienvenido a todo el mundo. Y vamos a ir empezando. Vamos a subir primero el volumen porque el juego está bajísimo. Vale, resumen de lo que pasó ahí. Emen fue a ver a los tremeros a la capilla. Bueno, la biblioteca de Jefferson, que están en la capilla de Hartford. Cayó en una especie de prisión mental chunga donde iba a perder los recuerdos, hubo que recuperarlos. Hostia puta, tela los recuerdos de esta señora. Y tuvo que renegociar los términos del acuerdo eh, con los Tremer. Y luego con Caleb fue a investigar el piso de Jason Moore, que parecía que había muerto. Descubrimos que no, que en realidad mató a uno de sus guardaespaldas porque quiere coger no sé qué avión para salvar a su hija. Y se la llevó una policía que resulta que es una ghoul. Pero es que la escena donde sacan a Jason Moore es un puto locurote. O sea, el que, ay, no, yo es que un personaje quiero que tenga, quiero que tenga habilidades de combate. Quiero que los poderes que tenga sean para pegar. Como, señor, usted no sabe lo que hace un puto vampiro con dominación. O sea, se saca la polla y no tiene sentido. Así que vamos a. Claro. Muy sabia reflexión. Hombre, oh, que subir esto está para pico. Hombre, esto 70, ¿qué tal, Wi-Fi? ¿Cómo estás? Hombre, esto nos cuesta 20 menos. Dios. Si es que dominación es una disciplina demasiado tocha. Sí, sí, total. O sea, los que te manipulan de emociones, pensamientos, te dan órdenes y te tal. Que está de puta madre poder hacer cosas en combate. Está. Pero siempre hay otras formas. O sea, la que estábamos jugando nosotros, que lleva un tremer. Bueno, una tremer. Y porque realmente llega a usar poco el tema, pero básicamente dice, que con la esta que me estoy poniendo la senda, puedo crear cosas de la nada. Ok. Estamos huyendo, hace falta un arma, una pistola. Pues me fabrico sobre la marcha una pistola de balas de plata. Es como, ok, buah, no sé qué hacer porque habría que subir habilidades. No, dirección, tenemos ahí. Vamos a aprovechar las que tenemos modificadas. A ver, los atributos están bien. Intimidación y fidelidad. Más que físico nos lo podemos. Vale, aquí ya no tenemos modificador. Correcto. Vale. Creo que vamos a aprovechar. Buah, no sé. No sé qué pillarlo. Un segundillo. No sé. No sé qué pillarme. Si pillarme puño de hierro. Es que puño de hierro está muy tocho. Es lo que luego nos abre esta. Genera uno menos. O que dominación nos genere menos. O abrir esto. Vale, por ahora fortaleza no. Pero nos quedarían 30. Con 30 aquí que podemos hacer poco. Irnos a alguna de estas. Venga, para adelante.
And like always, you've completed your mission.
Like always.
Those words don't come from me. You must know what they say about you here.
No, I don't know. Enlighten me.
Well, you have kind of a reputation. It's actually rather flattering.
Vale. La pava esta, Chufeng, es la señora a la que nuestro querido Caleb quiere abrazar. Reputación.
What exactly do they say?
Oh, you want to know? I didn't think.
Simple curiosity, nothing more.
Everybody kept saying that Caleb Bazori has been in tough spots before, and that you come through them unscathed. They were right.
Que si sabría
Don't listen to
apañársela.
gossip. Forge your own opinions.
Don't worry about it.
It's not a natural thing here. It takes some experience.
Mens et manus.
Menos mal que hemos subido sabiduría.
Mind and hand.
That's the MIT motto. One of my teachers used to say that the only way to really learn something is by doing it. You have a lot in common with him.
I'm unsure of how I'm supposed to interpret that.
It's a compliment. You didn't tell me what was in those files you gave the prince.
I don't see how that's any of your business.
To make up your own mind about something, the best way is to go to the source. And apparently, Jason Moore is well informed.
I see. You'll have to be patient,
La
Fanny.
señora va a ser al final.
Do you think your success on the mission could play to our advantage?
Una infiltrada de la segunda
The
Inquisición.
prince will decide your fate when the time comes. Being useful to her can't hurt. How do you feel about it?
Honestly, I just want to get it over with. Like when you're going into finals.
Even if there's no going back?
It's a little late for that, isn't it?
It is.
Your child, Beryl Underwood, did he have any second thoughts?
I don't want to discuss it.
He's your only child, so I wondered how it went. Well, could you enlighten me?
Contestemos honesta.
Beryl is very different from you. He always has been. I was blind. It won't happen again. Beryl would have begged me to get what he wanted. Your patience reassures me. I'm making the right choice with you.
You seem to really have a problem with him.
Yes, and that's why you must stay away from him.
This separation between you. What caused
Señora, es
it?
usted un poco cotilla.
Don't dig too far into it. You know this is something I don't discuss.
That's too bad.
Eh, Hola.
You've already mentioned Beryl, and I told you not to do it again. Your interest in him is growing, and knowing him, he'll try to take advantage of that. Unless he already has.
Excuse me?
Did you speak to Beryl? Don't lie to me.
Yes.
Damn it.
He asked me to stop by and see him.
I'm going to have a word with him.
No.
Silence. Wait here.
Just one more, and then you can go rest.
All right. Thanks, Ms. Ortiz.
Entiendo que... Esta no esta.
What a night.
Vale, hay dos zonas seguras que nos dan un total de...
A message from Caius. Need you downstairs. Urgent issue. Bad timing. I'm going to have to choose. Help Caius or speak with Beryl.
¿Qué hacemos? Necesito todo. ¿Qué es? Un sitio que tiene unas vistas espectaculares de Boston. Buah, pues no sé qué hacer. Esto. Mm. Pues vamos a seguridad. A ver. Lo lógico es ir a, ir a resolver los problemas de seguridad.
We're waiting for Mr. Lito's signal. Until then, if you have any questions, save them. Got it?
No problem.
Great. Servants and their loose lips. Weren't you the one who was doing surveillance on the rock?
I want to report on his activities pronto. I don't like the sound of that at all.
You wanted to see me?
Happy to see you, Caleb. We don't usually let anybody down here, but I can bend the rules for you.
To what do I owe this honor?
I need you. Something's come up. On the night of the attack, someone sent a message to an unauthorized recipient.
Is that a problem?
Could be a major one. Not a lot of people can do that, you know.
You wouldn't be trying to cover up a mistake, would you?
What? Are you crazy? Why would I tell you about it if I was involved in it?
Maybe you're afraid that we'll find out on our own.
If I wanted to do that, you'd have no way of knowing it.
Is that supposed to reassure me?
It's supposed to prove my sincerity. I get the feeling that it's all connected. It's too huge to be a coincidence.
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Jara Drory.
Rory se supone que estaba en la fiesta.
What you're telling me is extremely serious. I hope you have proof.
If I did, do you think I'd be asking for your help? But I wouldn't accuse her unless I had serious doubts. Think it through carefully. For starters, she's one of the few who knows how the system works.
She'd be able to cover her tracks, wouldn't she?
Maybe. But maybe she made a mistake.
According to our intel, Jara may have been captured.
She was caught in her own trap. Anyways, nothing concrete. Just a hunch, if you want to call it that.
Han hecho una
In my
filtración.
case, under the current circumstances, I can't really go poking my nose in her business.
And I can.
Nobody will bother you. I'm not asking for much. Just take a look in Jara's room to see if you can find anything that ties her to any of this. And if you could do it quickly.
Why?
Because I'm about to erase a ton of data. It's the Code Red protocol. And since Jara vanished, the Prince wants her personal data to disappear along with her. That doesn't give us much time. You in?
Oh,
I could maybe go and take a look around.
Great. I found a key to her room. Take it.
Thanks.
It's our last chance to recover the data from Jara Drory's computer before everything disappears for good. Just insert this thumb drive and it will download everything I need. If she betrayed us, I'll know.
perfecto, compa, porque de tecnología justito.
Thanks. One last thing.
Uh-huh.
If you could keep this just between you and me,
Ay, mi madre, que me vas a decir, socio.
and don't come back to see me here. It's supposed to be sealed. It'll look suspicious.
Pero si eres tú el que me llamas, hijo de mil putas.
Send in an engineer after you. Give him the drive when you're done, but don't tell him anything. We have to keep this between us.
As you wish.
¿Cómo que no es conveniente que me vean aquí? Si eres tú el que me ha mandado aquí, hijo de mil putas. Mm.
Security has been increased to the maximum. I've never seen anything like it.
There you are. Follow me, please. We'll speak in private. You shouldn't hang around here too long. I'll see you later.
Ay, que eso no me estoy terminando yo.
Looks like everything is...
Dejan wanted to warn us about the Hartford Chantry's favorite rituals. He doesn't trust Deneb Osborne.
A ver qué hay por aquí.
Mr. Bazori, it's a pleasure to have you back here. If you ask me, there's not much more you'll be able to get out of this retainer besides blood. But go ahead.
James, isn't it? Jason Moore's bodyguard.
Yes, Mr. Bazori.
I've got some questions for you.
I've already answered so many questions.
Está en la casa del
You
bar.
weren't with Moore yesterday. You went against standing orders.
No, he sent me to his office.
Why?
I was supposed to pick up some files. He was being really weird, like he was stalling for time.
You were supposed to bring him here, weren't you?
Yeah, but he said he had to get some documents from his place, and then he sent me to his office. At the time, I didn't think too much of it, but looking back on it, he was really doing everything he could not to leave with us.
You should have been more attentive.
¿Qué va a
What
hacer
happened
entonces?
once you got to his office?
I had a hard time finding what he wanted. He wasn't very clear about where I'd be able to find some specific invoices.
You lost precious time. You weren't his hand servant.
When I came back, the police had the whole place roped off, so I came straight here. And since then, I've done nothing but answer questions and wait.
How naive.
Para esta noche.
Moore was at the party. So were you.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about it.
You don't really have a choice.
Like I told the others, I don't really remember precisely what happened. It's all a blur. It happened so fast, and they almost got us. They came from all sides, and there was a stench of burned flesh and gunpowder. I'd seen a lot of things before, but that, it was unbearable. I don't know how we made it out. I don't know.
Nothing before that.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Do you know what's going to happen next?
I have no idea. Nobody's telling me anything. Do you know?
The prince will determine your fate when she has time.
I'm not a high priority, am I?
I wouldn't be in a hurry if I were you.
I could still be useful to the Camarilla. Please.
I'm not the one who needs to hear it. I must leave you.
I get the feeling I'll be staying here a long time.
Pobre pavo, me da pena.
I hope they'll let me go soon.
Por aquí no, por aquí no. Bueno. consecuencias del consejo.
Caleb, our secret agent is back already. The soldier is on furlough.
Not for long, I'm afraid. The prince will undoubtedly have some new task for me.
At least she trusts you. She hardly speaks to her primogen. Even Beryl is in the dark.
He's not used to that. It'll be good for him. I heard you were doing business with him.
It's something to do with the Rosemont Society, my foundation. Why?
Es que sin gastar voluntad. Madre mía.
I'm afraid that in the current situation, it could create confusion. I just want to get things straight.
There's nothing confusing about it. We inflate the value of the paintings we sell. It's the art world. That's how it works. All I can tell you is that Beryl's really the one who is in charge of it. Are you still not talking?
You could say that.
Any regrets?
Voy a tener yo que lamentar.
I don't see why I would have any regrets.
That's no surprise. Personally, I find that giving a child so much power is dangerous. The problem is that you have to watch them all the time. Otherwise, they end up making a mess of things.
But trying to influence them is pointless.
You must be subtle about it. That's all. I give Mem just enough freedom so that she doesn't completely hate me. But I know exactly how to make her do whatever.
Señora, va a ser que no, ¿eh?
Do you really think you'll have time to embrace Fang?
What do you mean?
Well, with all the elders gone, who knows who'll be next?
That's not something I'm willing to discuss with you.
Suit yourself.
No, excuse me, I have to go.
Of course.
Igualmente estamos generando un mogollón de fuerza de voluntad, ¿eh?
Locked? Beryl must be out. I'll have to talk to him another time. It's locked from the inside.
Cerrado por dentro igual a mal rollo.
I've seen princes come and go. In the end, it always comes down to a struggle for power between the prince and their primogen. Hazel is strong, but will she last much longer? A peace agreement that put an end to a bloody revolt. Ancilla against neonates. Camarilla against anarchs. A peace agreement that put an end to a bloody revolt. Ancilla against neonates. Camarilla against anarchs. A copy of a treatise on metal transfusion. Dijon gave it to Hazel when they first started working together.
Seguimos con M. Los paisajes de las ventanas molan un huevo. Vale, esto sí que lo tenemos ya.
The First Inquisition. The first time our supremacy was challenged.
Perfecto. Bueno, para tomarse aquí una relaxing cup of café con leche, ¿eh? O sea, el sitio este, eso sí, como te despertas mucho el burrito, te enrisca.
The prince didn't ask you for your opinion.
Hazel can't just ignore me and then call me in like this. Now get out of here before I make your blood boil.
Mr. Siaka, you're taking a big risk.
Goodbye.
Asshole.
Espectacular, pues sí.
Sorry, I don't really have time for this.
Vamos a hablar con el danzador.
Now she's sending you.
Run into some trouble with the prince?
That's a question to ask Hazel. She's the one who doesn't know what she wants.
You seem unusually tense. Are you sure she's the problem?
Obviously, the whole situation is a nightmare. But Hazel's not helping. She's obviously overwhelmed, and I'm not the only one who thinks so. I don't know how you still put up with her.
You owe your place in the Primogen to her.
What, you think I don't know that? I've always done my best to keep her from screwing things up. But when she reached out to Hartford...
¿Qué problema con?
Is there a problem with Hartford?
I told Hazel we can't trust them.
Do you have any evidence to support what you're suggesting?
She doesn't know Deneb the way I do. She wouldn't listen to my warnings.
Her plan was bold.
Risky is a better adjective. After what happened last night, I'm not sure you realize just how deep the shit we are in goes.
Poquito solo.
I suppose you have the solution?
Hacer las maletas.
Maybe. Not that I'm happy about it. There's interesting stuff going on in other places.
Hacer las maletas. Es el plan de este señor.
We don't know who can be trusted. This is no time to leave. If the prince has kept you in the dark, she must have had a good reason for it. Just look at what happened.
Open your eyes, Caleb! The Boston Camarilla is crumbling before our eyes! What are the odds we survive?
Hazel has things under control. We'll get through this.
I have a hard time believing that. We have to prepare for the worst.
This kind of talk is beneath you.
You know what it's like to feel called to be elsewhere.
That has nothing to do with this. Salem isn't elsewhere. You won't be any safer there.
It's just a starting point. We thaumaturgs will find a way to deal with it.
I see that you've planned for everything.
I've already lost too much time. You shouldn't waste your time either.
If you leave, Hazel will catch up with you.
What do you mean?
You know, she doesn't like people who have been disloyal, especially now.
Hazel doesn't need new enemies. She should be wary.
Be careful.
Goodbye, Caleb.
En efecto, este es el señor
Shit. How do you spell that?
que dijo, oye, me parece una buena idea tener estos abanicos de parra en el espejo y un puto cocodrilo disecado colgando del techo encima de mi cama. Y cero problemas con el plan de poner.
The those who are uncertain as to what the future holds for them.
Uy. Quiero darte ese lo que llevas esperando tanto tiempo, pero no soy capaz de condenarte de la misma situación. Pero no temas, nunca te abandonaré, Tara, jamás. Es un fuerte y incluso más cuando desde aquella primera noche, desde ese primer instante, nada nos separará, lo prometo. K. ¿Y ahora quién coño es K?
Let's see if Caius was right. It appears that this place was hidden with an illusion. It's not like Jara to let that kind of thing wear off. Jara always was old-fashioned. Whatever's in this box must be important.
Lo que utilizar esto es la puerta. Ha llegado el momento contención.
Jara has always been wary of new technology.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. ¡Ojo!
Jara was conducting her own investigation. There is no way Caius would be expecting that.
Vale, como si fuera el 4 de septiembre. Aquí la. Corvus. Vamos a un antiguo código. El más reciente ya no es seguro. Nota, es buena idea conservar esos códigos para mí. Procedimiento alternativo. Ahora último contacto. 1907. Duración. 2 minutos y 27 segundos. Algo reseñable. Notas, se muestran muy confiados y se han vuelto laxos en la seguridad. Por supuesto, el príncipe quiere aumentar la vigilancia del puerto. No tengo todas las leyes, pero podría complicar las transferencias. Notas. Notas para más. Desarmar los equipos. Una historia de su última remesa de archivos. Estoy trabajando en ello. Llegará pronto. En tal caso, Kamiko, al fin de la conversación. Parece una prueba para ver si la identificación funcionaría sin el código. ¿Por qué? Necesito información.
It appears Caius was wrong. He and Jara may have been looking for the same individual. should take less than a minute.
Un Mac, ¿no? Sí, un Mac. Un MacBook se gasta esta señora. Y ahora debería de bajar a beber sangre porque estamos un poquito jodidos.
I hope Caius will be able to use what's on this thumb drive. I think that's everything. Now it's Caius's turn.
Ven quitando esto. ¡Ay! Que no
Hello,
he
Mr.
visto.
Missouri. Mr. Leto asked me to wait until you were done. He also told me you'd have something for me.
Sí.
Here it is. Give it to him, and him alone.
And don't ask any questions. I get it. Are you done here?
You may proceed.
Thanks.
I hope Caius knows what he's doing. Hazel is probably ready to see me now. I won't make her wait.
Sorry, Mr. Bazori. Miss Drory's quarters are off limits.
What's going on here?
Mr. Leto's orders. We've got to clean up.
Vale. Ana, ven, atenta que vamos a alimentarnos aquí con el amigo Bazori. Y verás cómo pensaba yo que iba a ser el tema de alimentarse en este juego. Sexy. Está ahí esa señora. Planta baja, vestíbulo de recepción. Vale, esto está aquí.
Where is Feng?
Is there a problem, Mr. Bazori?
Feng, did you see her leave?
No. Sorry, I had to step out for a few minutes. When I got back, she was gone.
I asked her to wait for me. Any news here?
Everyone is stressed out. I've never seen anything like it. They're all talking in hushed voices. They barely dare to look at each other.
People and their moods. I'm not interested in that.
I saw them take one of Jason Moore's bodyguards below. To question him, I imagine. That could be of interest to you. Say, how are things with the girl?
Excuse me.
It's Zhu Feng, right?
She's not a girl.
Things going okay?
The interest certain people have taken in her has given me cause for concern.
Maybe that's something you should talk about with the person in question. Do you think you'll embrace her soon?
As soon as possible, once the prince gives me permission.
You met Fang at MIT, didn't you?
Yes, I went to see her.
How did that go?
I told her I was the CEO of a company that wanted to take sustainability seriously.
Smart.
She didn't reject the idea. She took it.
Tremendo zorro astuto el cabrón.
I liked that about her. She did everything she could to bring about a real change in me. She would be an incredible asset for the Kindred.
I've never embraced anyone.
¿Por qué?
How come?
The story of my life, and my unlife. I have no progeny, mortal or otherwise.
By choice?
Yes, and no. When things weren't so strict, I could have asked, but I didn't have anyone in mind. Not like you and Fang. Now it's too late, as I've clearly been made to understand.
You shouldn't have any regrets, Sylvia. Sometimes your progeny can be quite a disappointment.
I've already heard that from my own parents. Be that as it may, I hope the prince will allow you to do it.
I don't know.
I hope last night isn't weighing on you too heavily.
I'm all right.
The prince won't base her decision on just that.
You've already proven your worth, Mr. Bazori.
We'll see about that. I'd better be going.
See you.
Vamos a alimentarnos aquí de la señorita esta.
Meet me there.
Okay, sure.
Correcto, así es como se vio la primera vez cuando lo hice con Emen. Sutil diferencia cuando lo hace fuera del refugio de la príncipe, ¿eh? Y del bareto este. Uh. Nos hemos curado bastante ansia. Yo soy a positivo, no impotencia, no es sobre su regato caballero. Espectacular. Vamos a las estancias del consejo, porque algo me dice que ahí va a estar. Bueno, ahí o en la planta de abajo va a estar el filho de puta este del Underwood.
I don't like being cooped up here.
Cosas que pasan, amigo.
Mr. Bazori, your child left a few minutes ago.
Hostia, el arco. El arco de 20. Va a estar risas eso, ¿eh? Sin lugar a dudas. De planta baja. Y vamos a buscar al puto este. Por aquí.
There's no point in hanging around here bothering me. It's gonna take me a while.
Very well, Mr. Sheridan. Please excuse me.
I can't wait to be done with this. I'm gonna go get a drink soon. All I'm hearing tonight is Lazarus do this, Lazarus do that.
Creo que este señor está un poco hasta la polla de su trabajo, así como concepto. Que quiero algo sencillo que se ponga. A ver, yo entiendo que será sencillo cuando tienes experiencia con ello. Cuando no, te puede quedar una chufla espectacular. Buah, pero el dominio de Boston Vástagos considerados perdidos en 2016. Catherine P. James abrazo en 1354 en Jerusalén. Última aparición reuniendo en la corte el 14 de febrero de 2016. Fue en Tribunal Ross, en Plymouth en el 1684, visitando su estrella el 17 de marzo. Decreto que tuvo la gracia de Dios. Francis Liversen, príncipe de Boston, autorizó por la presente al vástago Henry Donald Ross, miembro destacado de la corte de Boston, que recibió el abrazo. en 1684 a ser sirve de Vincent Wingfield, el mascota legalmente autorizado, trabaja como banquero de inversiones y ha mostrado su valor y su administración enriqueciendo el dominio. El Donald Ross no había podido ser sirve con utilidad, su paciencia es encomiable. Lo que es más, sus actividades en la corte de Boston siempre han sido irreprochables. En reconocimiento a ello, el abrazo podrá tener lugar a la celebración del cielo antes de entrar el mes de abril. Y
I'm gonna go get a drink soon.
The pile's not getting any smaller.
What do we do if the hunters show up?
correr como bichos,
A
o sea, no...
nightmare. It's chaos here.
Vale, esta es la amiga de... N.
If you've got a question, take it to Ms. Bosley. I'm sorry, I really don't have time right now. Mr. Bazori, I'm sorry, I really don't have time right now.
Ok.
My sire collected books too. He left them all behind when he left. Sheridan knows this city better than anyone. Sheridan knows this city better than anyone.
Vale, y vamos a ver esta señora.
Journey's sire, I believe, went east, as did mine.
Can you come help us? Emergencies are piling up. Can you come help us?
Ya puta, el fondo de pantalla por defecto del Windows XP, cago en la leche. Hombre, señora, yo realmente estoy buscando a un pedazo de mierda con patas. No sé si usted lo ha visto. Vale, con esta señora.
You don't come here often. Sorry, things are a little hectic here. As you can see.
What's going on?
Code Red. We're destroying all of our files. Following protocol.
Entiendo todo.
You're destroying all our files?
No, not everything. Obviously. Some information needs to be saved. The rest will be a treasure trove for anyone who wants to harm us. That's what's got to disappear. It's a huge undertaking. And of course, Hazel's putting major pressure on me. She's normally a little high-strung, but you can imagine how much worse it's become.
Me hago una idea.
It's her job. She's trying to keep us from going down with the ship, no matter the cost.
I agree. And you know how much I love Hazel. But it's starting to get hard to manage. My efficiency might be the stuff of legend, but even I make mistakes. How about you? Is everything all right?
After last night, who could say that?
I mean, you know, your condition.
My condition?
You know, you're the eldest among us now.
Hostia, me acaba de llamar puto viejo por la cara, ¿no? O sea,
Are you worried about me, or the void I'll leave behind?
You're an essential asset for the Camarilla. You disappearing now would be one of the worst possible things that can happen to us.
It's true that reliability is a virtue in decline.
Don't leave us. That's all. For Hazel's sake.
I've got my own reasons to stay.
I was wondering, what is it like? Do you hear voices?
¿ves?
Does it come at you all at once?
Se me dice una respuesta porque quiero
I
saber
have
el
a
sensor.
feeling. A light one at first. Then it grows. And grows. Till it becomes unbearable.
It doesn't look so unbearable for you.
I'm hanging on. But you shouldn't worry about it. You're still very young.
Listen to us. Talking about growing old, like mortals do.
Vamos a usar esto. It's fine. Señora, me la pela, tengo éxito.
I know you, April. I've never seen you so concerned.
I don't know. It's just that, with Hazel, we managed to climb the ranks in the court. We finally got our chance to leave our mark on things. But ever since last night, I get the feeling that it's all about to come crumbling down.
Cuando te persiguen para matarte, suele pasar, ¿no?
Indeed.
We all have something to lose. In spite of it all, we just tend to forget that. Until it's too late.
You're talking like the kind do.
You're no better than the rest, Caleb. You have more to lose than you think, and you should be on your guard.
What are you talking about?
You know very well. I've already said too much. I really need to get back to work.
Good luck.
We're not moving fast.
A rose, of course. Divas sure love their theatrics.
Esto me lleva aquí arriba, ¿no? Perfecto. Pues básicamente son ya el otro subnormal, bastante recordado. Así que vamos a ver un poquito más de sangre. Las monedas antiguas eran por la voluntad. Vamos con este señor.
Right away.
What's gonna happen to my vessels?
No, no queda nada cero. Pues vamos a ver a la otra señora. Tengo la sensación de que podríamos averiguar alguna cosa más. Pero... Aquí el otro puto va a estar arriba. Aquí el otro puto va a estar arriba.
The prince is ready to see you now.
Correcto, esto nos va a hacer avanzar. Sí, vamos.
Great.
Caleb,
My prince.
We were expecting you.
How may I be of service to you this time?
One thing at a time. The situation has changed. The money is gone. The accounts have been emptied.
What? That's impossible.
Only Jason Moore could have transferred the money. The situation is dire.
We still don't know who gave Lehane her orders?
No, unfortunately not. You shouldn't have let them get away, Caleb. They would have been able to tell us more. All we know is that it's someone from here.
If there's a traitor among us, I'll have their head.
One thing at a time. I'll take care of the traitor, personally. Failure is a luxury we will soon be unable to afford. If you have nothing more to say, we can move on to the reason I sent for you.
What did you think about Richard Dunham's file?
Money that should be going to me seems to go missing whenever he touches it. Richard is far too important to me. I can't afford to upset him now. But if his research doesn't pay off soon, I won't hesitate to show him my disappointment.
Did you read Jara Drory's file?
I wish I'd never seen it.
There's too much I despise in it.
She never mentioned she was monitoring the Primogen's finances. Or this, Catapotis. What on earth is it?
I've got no idea.
It doesn't add up. It seemed important to her.
But she's not here to shed any light on it. I'm listening.
I've asked for your presence here because I have a new mission for you. Delsin was able to track down the men who attacked us.
It wasn't easy, but it was impossible for them to disappear without leaving a trace after what they did yesterday.
Where are they hiding?
Long Island.
Yes, of course. An abandoned facility just off the coast. An old fort. It's the ideal place for a secret base.
And certainly much more. Who knows what they're up to out there?
How is it we didn't notice a thing?
They have abundant resources, and we're short on eyes.
It doesn't matter. We'll find the people responsible for the situation later. Our most pressing issue is preventing them from striking us again.
How?
You're going to go there and kill their leader.
Walk straight into the lion's den, all alone?
I have complete faith in you, and you've always excelled in this sort of exercise. It should bring back old memories.
I was a hunter of kindred. The SI is a different beast altogether.
You don't think I'd ask you to do this if I didn't have a plan. Delsin has found a way to sneak you onto the island. They evacuated the bodies from the site of the party, which is how we were able to pick up their trail.
There's a small, nondescript warehouse at Jeffrey's Point. As far as we can tell, their transfers from Boston to Long Island are made by boat. To avoid drawing attention to themselves, they've chosen to employ only small craft. There are bodies packed in the warehouse waiting to be shipped over. Do you get the picture?
You want me to disguise myself as a body to be evacuated?
Exactly. All you have to do is stop simulating your vital functions for a few hours.
It's risky.
It's risky, but it's now or never. We might never get another opportunity. We have to try.
The last transfer is probably going to take place tonight. After that, there's no way of knowing when we'll get another chance.
Vamos a proceder exactamente.
I need to know the details.
Let us worry about getting you into the warehouse. We've made all the preparations. You won't have to worry about a thing until you get to Long Island.
We know where they are. Why go through their warehouse?
Charging into Long Island blind would be far too risky.
And with a traitor in our midst, I'd rather keep this to a small circle of trusted people, to avoid any other unpleasant surprises.
Bien, ¿y bueno?
And after that?
Once you're on the island, you'll be in uncharted territory. You'll be on your own.
Who is my target?
Walter Stanford.
He's the head of the Boston Task Force. He's part of what they call the Society of Leopold.
Someone else will take his place.
No need for you to worry about that for the time being. Your mission is to eliminate Stanford, and that's all.
¿Qué sabemos acerca de él?
What do we know about this Stanford?
Not much. They're very careful. He was sent from the Vatican, and he brought other fanatics with him. If he's here, it means that Rome has faith in him, and that can't be good for us.
He's got to be taken out.
What's the Vatican getting out of all this?
Your guess is as good as mine. But it seems that the kind are trying to get a better understanding of us in order to hunt us more effectively. These priests have been our enemies for ages. They have knowledge.
Putting an end to them is crucial. We must keep our enemies from unifying their strength.
I don't wish to be the bearer of ill tidings, but what if I fail? Do you have a backup plan?
Caleb, you won't fail. You're our only hope. We place all our trust in you to complete this essential mission.
There's no room for error, Bazori.
Aren't you worried someone will tip off the SI? There's still a traitor among us.
The traitors, my department. You need to strike quickly, and don't let anyone know of your plans. We can't take the slightest risk.
All right. I've heard enough.
Very well. Then you should get going. We've already lost enough time.
Very well. My prince.
Oh. $165 la experiencia. Molt ben. Bueno. Esta señora ¿tenemos descontito? No tenemos descontito. Si tenemos costes en aus, o sea, descuentos en Austex. En fidelidad no. Y en presencia. La opción a presencia como... Está caro esto, ¿eh? Vale, la de las premoniciones está bien. Y vamos a subir más habilidades porque... bueno. Y lo dejamos así. Pues lo dejamos así.
I'm guessing you tipped Bazori off to the traitor?
Yes.
Any news?
Nothing since Richard's report. My city is in danger. Everything I've built, all the dreams I've invested. That Judas is a threat to everything.
Not for long. You'll bounce back.
Yes. Congratulations on your negotiations with the Chantry. Our agreement with Hartford is crucial.
Your wish is my command.
I always knew I could count on you. You're a true ally, a loyal one, a future asset in my primogen. But one thing at a time. Before we get there, I have another favor to ask of you.
What a surprise.
About what I told you earlier concerning Delson and Long Island. I've got a plan.
Oh, I know that look. Hazel.
This is the best moment to strike.
That sounds like the definition of rushing into things.
Yes, but we have no choice. Delson?
We need to blind them from the inside. They know too much about it. We have to change that. For that, we need someone to hit them with a surprise attack from within their compound.
I wish that person luck.
It's you.
That's way out of my league.
Hazel's not asking for your opinion. You proved you were reliable with Hartford. We need your skill sets for such a risky and vital task.
That's precisely what's got me on edge.
It's your chance to prove to the court once and for all that you deserve a place on the council, MM. After this, you'll be untouchable.
I sure hope so. All right. How do I get on this island? By boat?
I doubt it. Coastline's under surveillance.
So I swim across. All right. What then?
Kaya's wrote a program that can help us. If you can upload it into their system, it'll corrupt all the data they've got in their database. Their systems, the archives, it'll all be lost.
Allowing us to cover our tracks.
It's our best shot at making it through this. You'll just have to insert it into a computer that's on their network. That's absolutely essential. Any questions?
Vamos a hacer la distancia.
Your plan sounds pretty old school. There's no way to do that remotely?
We've tried, but Leto's agents weren't able to breach their security. Their network's too highly protected. That's why we need you.
I see.
¿Puedo acompañarme a
Am
alguien?
I allowed to take a partner? I'd feel a lot better about this if I had someone covering my back.
I understand, but that's not possible. We're already taking a risk by sending a person in to infiltrate their hideout.
Got it. So, let me get this straight. You want me to infiltrate the enemy base alone? The same enemies who just slaughtered half the camp.
Quit whining. You can have help.
Oh, really?
Your task will not be easy. You'll need a diversion while you sabotage their system. A raid near their base, for example.
That could work. Who will you send?
I refuse to sacrifice any more of our people. So we might as well send in the riffraff. The Anarchs could do the job.
Come again?
You heard me. I want you to go see them and convince them to go with you to Long Island.
Hostias.
You're trying to thin their herd.
I'm balancing the scales, that's all.
They can't
Hija de
stand
puta.
us. They'll never agree to fight for us. Let alone on their own without us.
They don't have to know they'll be alone. Lead them to believe our forces will join up with them. The SI is a threat to the entire city. They're just as concerned as we are.
Porque ya.
Send someone else to negotiate. A real emissary.
No one else knows the Anarchs as well as you do. They go to your clubs, don't they? They know who you are. They know they can trust you.
I barely know them. I see a couple of them once in a while, but that's it. We're not exactly friends.
You're still in the best position to negotiate with them.
Yeah. I'm not comfortable with the idea of sending them to be slaughtered. It's despicable.
It's just politics. And it's probably your only chance to come back in one piece.
What if I refuse?
I won't let you. Your conscience is of no concern to me. The only thing that matters is our survival. And too bad if it keeps you up at night.
The true face of the Camarilla. Right then. Let's say I agree.
You don't have a choice.
No tienes el tiempo de escuchar espectacular.
How am I supposed to go about it? I can't just go chasing down every Anarch I know to ask for their help.
There's only one anarch that counts. Their Baron.
Randall Thane?
That's right. He's in charge of the various anarch gangs in the region. I don't know where he is right now. You'll need to use your network.
I've got an idea of who I can ask. What can I use as leverage if they try to negotiate?
Money, favors. Offer them whatever seems useful.
All right.
One more thing. Don't tell anyone about your task, not even your sire. I don't want the council poking their noses into this. That will be all. I'm counting on you, MM.
Tranquilo,
Be
tampoco se
careful,
vamos a encontrar asesinos.
and good luck.
I'm gonna need it.
There you are.
Señora.
I'm sorry I wasn't here to meet you when you got back. I was busy.
No worries.
I heard your little adventure with our guests was quite the success. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I was just about to go grab a bite. Join me?
Is that a question or an order?
Let's say it's a strong recommendation. One you can't really refuse.
That's what it sounded like. Please, lead the way.
Very well.
Is there something in particular you wanted to talk to me about?
Can't I simply offer you a drink without you reading something into it?
A continuación, Miguel.
All right, fine. Your new mission has been giving me pause to think.
I'm sorry, but I can't talk about it. Hazel made that exceedingly clear. If she thinks things are better like that, I believe her.
For God's sake, Amem, I'm your sire. You should trust me, not that snake in the grass.
Personally, I've never had anything bad to say about Hazel.
Unlike me. Is that it? You'd be singing a different tune if you knew what I know.
If I knew what?
Nothing. You wouldn't believe me anyways.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. I'm sorry. You're right, you're my sire, I should believe you. And I do. We good? Would you tell me what you know? Please.
Seriously, you don't think you're laying it on a little too thick?
Not at all.
You can be such a pain sometimes. Hazel's a smart woman. She knows what she needs to do to get what she wants. And she wants you.
That's going too far.
You think it's an honor, but you should really be worried. Hazel never does anything she's not sure she'll benefit from, which means she's got ways to make you bend to her will. She's careful to hide her secrets from you, safe behind her herald. Tonight could be your last chance to discover them. Very well, let's move on.
You
Vayamos.
sure seem ticked at the prince.
We've got different political views, that's all. It's rather healthy, actually. There's nothing worse than a council that's enthralled to its prince.
That I can believe. But it seemed like there was something else. What?
Nothing more than what I just told you. You're imagining things.
If you say so. The reports from Richard and Leisha are truly frightening. I never thought I'd see a day like this.
Predators never see themselves as prey. We're going to have to be extremely cautious if we want to survive.
Do you have any plans?
No, I'm waiting for Hazel's orders. We're dependent on her now more than ever.
I wanted to ask you about something a little weird, if you've got a couple minutes.
I'm all ears. Is something wrong?
When I went to see the Tremere, I fell into a kind of memory trap.
What?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Long story short, I lost some memories. Well, memory fragments. I think I recovered some of them, but I'm not sure. I saw our breakup again.
Oh, wonderful.
It was like I was reliving the whole thing, but from the outside looking in.
Did you see anything else?
I saw the night I was attacked. The blood bond. I heard their voices again. Their laughter.
Ma'am.
I'm fine. I know at least one of them paid for what they did to me.
Yeah.
I saw my trial for destroying pro bono. You warned me about King, but I wouldn't listen. And you paid the price for my mistake.
I know. It's all right, ma'am. It's all in the past.
No, that's not true. You still have that goddamn mark on your neck. I'm so sorry. I never meant for you to pay for my mistakes. You didn't deserve that.
Thank you. It means a lot to me. But you're not the one who branded me. King did that.
I know. Ugh, what I wouldn't give to have him here right now so I can make him pay.
I can imagine, but don't worry about it. Someone will eventually pay him in kind.
I hope so. I saw my embrace.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was weird. We were so happy back then. I was, at least.
So was I.
Yeah. Remember the night we learned about France's surrender in 1940?
Vaguely. Why?
I heard his speech on the radio. We were in Bordeaux.
Wow, you sure have a knack for remembering the happier memories.
I didn't get to decide. They were there. That's all. That's all.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I can't imagine how traumatizing it must have been. It's never good to go stirring up the past.
Yeah, no kidding.
Thanks for sharing with me.
I gotta go. I've got stuff to do.
Just a sec. I know Hazel told you not to talk about it. But please, at least tell me where you're headed.
You're unbelievable.
The air is thick in here. You can understand my concern, can't you?
I'm going to see the Anarchs.
What?
It's a long story. I'll explain when I get back. I've really gotta go.
All right. Be careful, ma'am.
Hey, Sylvia.
Hey, how are things? Let me know if you need anything.
Hey, Sylvia.
Hey, how are things? Let me know if you need anything.
I've been at this for hours.
Hombre. Y no estas vamos a trincar, ¿eh?
I can't wait to meet them.
That's good.
Oh, I hope there won't be another attack.
What's that?
Una torre que me gusta en centro republicano. Son todos como terribles cosas. A ver, conversación con Jason Moore. Voy a poder probar una muchas gracias a este servidor. Espera que toca aquí mandaba con este señor, ¿eh? Un proceso de tipo de proporciones infinitamente detalles sobre las adquisiciones inmobiliarias más recientes del entorno. Me interesa especialmente lo que está poniendo la zona sur, sobre todo en software. Lo siento, pero no tengo autorización para revelar señalita y la permiso de coger. Tiene el auto cautela, pero los conciertos también no pueden mantenerse en secreto, porque es un miembro del consejo. También sé que la posición está muy presente, por tanto te recomendaría que contactases con la Pre-Proposal o que te pases acá del universo. Un saludo cordial. Vamos, podrías hacer una pequeña excepción para ahorrarnos algo de tiempo. Sé lo mucho que te gustan los apartamentos. Normalmente tengo unos cuantos lots que no uso demasiado. Podría hacer una amiga. Madre mía. Llevamos 4 noches hablando de esto. Me parece que se hubiera ahorrado mucho tiempo si se hubiese seguido las reglas. El rumor de que hay que manos de Tigers en las oficinas de un nuevo blog influente de la costa este. A lo mejor me interesa la libertad de prensa. ¿Quién sabe? Dime tu precio. Y tener que pedirle que deje de insistir. Ni qué decir tiene que por supuesto estoy disponible si tiene más preguntas con las limitaciones de la currícula. Sin embargo, se trata de una intrusión en mi lugar de trabajo que es estrictamente personal. Por respeto a lo que usted representa totalmente entre nosotros, pero no cambiará mi decisión, solo corte. Tengo la terrible impresión de que antes estuve en el despacho y en mi departamento. Que por nosotros los documentos aplicados a la señorita Iverson están a buen recaudo. Le quiero saber que dónde está en situación de hablar con la señora Bosley. Un saludo cordial. El señor partidario que un sirviente me seguía. Creo que es uno de los suyos. Le agradecería que le pidiera para un saludo cordial. No sé lo que está hablando. Se percata de que le falta un sirviente, un tipo alto de rasgos asiáticos con traje azul, no se molesta en buscarlo. Me temo que le ha pasado algo mal. ¡Hostia puta! ¿Qué está? Vale. Vale. Espero que lo haya visto.
These books are gorgeous. Lazarus must have paid a fortune for them. Boston, Boston, Boston. Lazarus knows all of the city's secrets.
Vamos a hablar con esta señora.
MM, there you are. I've been looking for you for hours. Where have you been?
Hey, Jay. Sorry. Hazel's kept me on a short leash since I got back.
I was so worried. I thought something had happened to you. I heard you really did an outstanding job with Hartford. Well done, Mem.
Thanks.
Since when do you work for the court?
Since Hazel asked me to.
You sound thrilled.
Debo lidiar con ello.
You know how I feel about politics. But what can I do? Hazel trusts me. I have to accept my role in all this.
You don't feel like you've been trapped. She clearly trapped you.
Do you know something I don't?
It's a little hazy, but the Prince and April sure know how to keep their subjects in line. They've got dirt on everyone.
Like what?
I've said too much already. Bosley's watching me like a hawk. I've got to stay in line. I've got to go, Mem. April's working us to the bone tonight. Catch you later?
See you, Jay. I'd better hurry. If Zeus had chosen flower to reign over all others, the rose would be queen.
Wow. Espérate. Porque aquí esto me acaba de inquietar muy fuerte, ¿eh? Antes vamos a asumir correcto. Antes de irnos hay que hacer cositas.
Pretty boring taste in suits.
Tienen la pantalla que funciona, ¿no? Pantalleta y plato de duchas. Una cosa, puedes bailar ahí en la serie G, vamos. Una cosa loquísima.
Alcohol. Ugh. I always hated that smell.
los inteligentes que pueden recopilar. Por desgracia, no ha sido posible obtener mucha información sobre la estancia y la invitación en China, aunque a lo mejor no ha sido el periodo más interesante de su vida. Una educación típica, exactamente lo que podría esperar de la clase alta. Lo que no es tan de esperar es que poco después de su llegada a Estados Unidos fue admitida en el Departamento de Economía del Instituto de Tecnología de Massachusetts. Vamos a dormir. En gran parte gracias a sus publicaciones sobre economía azul, lo que lo llevó a unirse al proyecto de ratificación de oro en el Océano Índico. Al mismo tiempo defendió su disertación sobre tecnología azul, que le recomiendo que lea de manera íntegra. Se puede imaginar que alguien de su índole era un objetivo muy codiciado. Se la rifaban las multinacionales antes incluso de graduarse. Sin embargo, rechazó todas las ofertas y decidió fundar su propia startup, Newman Feng Blue Tech. Recaudando fondos en varias fases, la compañía se convirtió rápidamente en una referencia para cualquier grupo que quisiera conseguir que su imagen fuera un poco más verde. De hecho, en su sitio web se dará cuenta rápidamente de lo importantes que son muchos de sus clientes. En lo que información más confidencial respecta, me he enterado que varios gobiernos, en particular los de Luxemburgo y Canadá, recientemente contactaron con ella. Por el momento, se trata tan solo de asesoramiento y conversaciones informales, pero la velocidad a la que se ha extendido su influencia es verdaderamente impresionante. Mis conclusiones en relación con ellos son las siguientes: es brillante. Cabría imaginar que es una idealista, pero aunque sus acciones me parecen guiadas por una perspectiva ideológica, es extremadamente pragmática a la hora de integrarse en los escalones superiores de la sociedad. Lo que es más, tiene mucho instinto para los negocios, ya que su startup es una de las más exitosas del país. Tiene usted todos los motivos del mundo para interesarse en ella. Puedo concertar unas citas si lo deseo. Su eterno servidor, Jason Knight. ¡Ay, qué puto! ¡Qué puto el veredito underbudito! Vale, entiendo que aquí no pueden entrar, ¿no? Y evidentemente aquí tampoco.
I'm sorry, you can't go in there.
Vale.
Dijon left. Rats are the first to flee the sinking ship.
Al principio me hice pensar que confío en mí como en tiempos. Pero no es así, no soy capaz de entender sus súbitas sospechas, especialmente en una situación tan delicada. Boston nunca ha sido mi ciudad, y me aquí por su principio. Usted. Esa persona cuidadosamente la situación y he llegado a la desafortunada conclusión de que que no quiere escucharme al respecto de ningún asunto. Sin embargo, siempre he creído actuar en su interés. Temo que ya no quede nada para mí aquí, y que sea la hora de que me una a los míos, para compartir mis conocimientos con aquellos que se lo necesiten. Nunca olvidaré los años que he pasado aquí, a su servicio. Me voy sabiendo que Boston está en las mejores manos posibles, las suyas. Adiós, espero que sin rencores ni arrepentimientos. Su eterno y devoto servidor, Dalton Siaka. Deja de movidas aquí el socio. Y se aleja del puto caimán, tío. Se aleja del puto caimán.
I didn't think he was into this kind of thing.
Bueno. Vamos al vestíbulo a ver qué se puede hacer en el vestíbulo.
Sylvia, darling. What a night.
Can I get you a vessel, Miss Bosley?
No thanks. Your juice,
Zhu Fang? I didn't know that Caleb's protege was such a big deal.
What eternity can offer.
Death?
The feeling isn't as unpleasant as one might expect.
Death?
It's nothing compared to what eternity can offer.
Unfortunately, I'll have to take your word for it.
Oh, you'll discover it for yourself soon enough, my dear. I'm sure.
Este señor está intentando ser el Sire de la pava a la que Caleb está intentando tal. ¿Qué señor está intentando eso? Hostia, qué bien.
Been this quiet here.
Pero aquí tiene que haber alguna otra cosa. Bueno, entonces el consejo. Bueno, señor Andrés, tal como acordamos, aquí está nuestro pago. Gracias por su expresión. Está contribuyendo indirectamente uno de los descubrimientos forenses más importantes de nuestro tiempo. Si por casualidad tuviese cuerpo sin sangre en buenas condiciones, háganoslo saber. Un cordial saludo, doctora Karen Parsons, Centro Médico de Oxford. Excuse me. Este señor es muy puto turbo, ¿eh?
It's like he lives for this.
Pues nada. Supongo que no podemos pillar mucho más al no haber hecho las misiones correspondientes.
A direct route to the prince's apartments. April plays the guard dog. The swan's nest. I hope it's worth it.
Mi querido Jan, ya sabe lo mucho que valoro su consejo, y más aún nuestro acuerdo especial. Por ello le pido que lleve a cabo la tarea que hablamos ayer, una tarea en la que se mostró muy reticente. Valoro sus objeciones, pero la capilla de Hartford es nuestra mejor opción ahora mismo. Cuando digo ahora mismo es porque cuento con que la situación cambie, un cambio del que usted sería partícipe. Por interés en mis proyectos no puedo desvelar detalles, mucho menos por escrito, pero tenga presente que sé de dónde procede y por lo que tuvieron que pasar sus antepasados. Garford no es más que un medio, una herramienta. Las herramientas se pueden sustituir. Ayúdeme y cuando llegue el momento yo le ayudaré a usted. Con cariño, a seguirse.
I didn't know Hazel was into music.
Creo que esto será importante luego. Confidencial. Mi príncipe, el hecho de llegar a Jason Moore su petición de más información acerca del señor Underwood. No puedo sino expresarle mi felicitación por semejante iniciativa. He observado un aumento constante en los contactos del señor Underwood con mortales de todo el mundo, especialmente en Sudamérica e India. Es muy reservado, pero esconde sus transacciones financieras mejor que sus contactos. Necesita controlarlo todo en todo momento y utiliza todos los canales a su disposición para estar al tanto de las últimas novedades. Como la mayoría de los sanguijuelos, es un adicto al trabajo que solo se fía de sí mismo. Desde que se convirtió en chiquillo de Caleb Pazori, el negocio Firmenker 2 se ha convertido en una gigantesca red en crecimiento que controla la industria del azúcar, desde la producción hasta las ventas. Ha incumplido a menudo las reglas de la mascarada y está sospecho que incluso ha contravenido muchos de nuestros principios en alguna ocasión. En todo caso, sin poder demostrarlo, tampoco me sorprendería. En la corte, el señor Underwood es un verdadero aguililla. Sabe cómo potenciar su influencia, sobre todo desde que el señor Vasori se ha hecho un lado. De hecho, es el miembro más prominente de su clan después de usted mismo. Ah, vale. Pues creo que al final esta señora, la Hansel Iversen, es dentro. Si no estoy entendiendo mal esta carta. Yo mantiene un estrecho contacto con los miembros de su primogenitura, con Hilda McAndrews en concreto, aunque en el menor mío también con Richard Dunham. La interdependencia que ha cultivado lo convierte en amenaza para sus intereses. Al señor Underwood le resulta muy sencillo ignorar la autoridad que usted puede ejercer, si le apeteciera. Tiene muchos modos de ejercer presión. No menciona aquí los negocios de los otros miembros que dependen de la buena voluntad de este hombre, pero adjunto varios documentos mostrando dichas conexiones. Gallo Slot.
I get the feeling something's missing. That's weird. It looks like some kind of mechanism. That's weird. It looks like some kind of mechanism. There are faint marks on the wall. It's Miley?
¡Mi madre! Ah, esta señora me acaba de asustar muy fuerte, ¿eh?
Hazel had another child before Miley? Shit. I had no idea. Seeing as how it ended, I'm not really surprised.
Entonces, la destrucción de Erlandskarville. Todo considerado detalle. Según la información anticipada, Stiggy fue encontrado en un almacén de la calle Offenbach. La zona estaba desierta, y la instalación aproximadamente a las 2:20 de la madrugada. Cuando Erlandskarville me vio llegar, pareció entender lo que estaba pasando. Al principio trató de negociar, pero cuando lo derribé se levantó rápidamente e intentó huir. Solo después de que lo lanzara contra una pared comprendió realmente que solo nosotros iba a abandonar ese hangar. Su cabeza impactó contra una barandilla de metal en numerosas ocasiones. Después dejó de moverse. Me fui a recoger las latas de gasolina que había traído. Tras rociar el gas en todo el lugar, le prendí fuego. Me quedé hasta que las llamas se extinguieron. Tu chiquillo ahora es tranquilo.
I don't recognize this place. I understand better now why Dijon
Porque los demás nunca nos hacen así.
Hazel's always one step ahead.
Mi príncipe viaje a Nueva Orleans no ha sido en vano. He podido indagar mucho sobre el pasado de Agent Siak. Es el chiquillo de una tal Marie de Richet. Si no te suena el nombre, tampoco es de extrañar, es bastante ordinario. Lo interesante, sin embargo, es su vínculo con la capilla de Hartford. De hecho, poco después de su razón autorizada, los primeros de Hartford la condenaron a la muerte definitiva. Su fuga la llevó a Luisiana, donde conoció a Siaka. Le dio el abrazo en un ritual de vudú que no entiendo demasiado. La cosa es que parece que causó una profunda impresión en el señor Siaka, que se siente influido por esta magia a lo largo de su existencia. Le pareció venir a Nueva Inglaterra a saldar cuentas con Hartford. Creo que podríamos aprovechar las circunstancias a nuestro favor. Dados los planes que tenemos en mente. Por ejemplo, podríamos hacer que parte de la corte de Boston. No debería costar convertirlo en su pelele, sobre todo prometiéndole resolver su problema. Podríamos luego ponerlo en contacto con la capilla. Tal vez un agente inactivo, o podría afrontar responsabilidades sin dejar de estar en nuestra merced. Sin embargo, si en los Hornes se enterase de lo que he descubierto, la existencia del señor Siaka correría un grave peligro. Usted decide. Sin embargo, creo que es una oportunidad de oro que sería una pena pasar por alto. Tengo pensado quedarme unos días más para verificar algunos puntos. Le envío este mensaje a través de un sirviente de confianza. Luego volveré a la corte lo antes posible. No.
Man?
Miley, that you?
Yeah. What are you doing here?
Vale.
Shh, it's not important. How are you doing? I heard you almost didn't make it. I didn't think it was that serious. How are you holding up?
They destroyed my face. I have a hard time talking.
It's okay. It's okay. The bastards. Who the hell did this to you?
Incendiary bullet. Caught fire in seconds.
Joder.
My skin peeled off. My eye melted.
Okay, I think I get it. Ugh. You're gonna be alright, you hear? You're a fighter.
I won't tell Hazel. But you have to leave
She doesn't like visitors.
It'll only take me a sec. I've always found swans very moving. They're beautiful, but full of melancholy. It's a nice symbol.
Superficie de piedra. Llave. Llave.
I wonder if...
Vale. De... Eso. De... Ah.
That noise. Something moved. So Hazel has her eye on my clubs. Ugh, politics. Always politics. What's her game? Is this how she thanks her allies?
Pero dicen, como príncipe de Boston, sabe que siempre estoy a la búsqueda de oportunidades para expandir mi dominio. Unos cuantos consejeros me han hecho ver la oportunidad de reforzar nuestra posición en la vida nocturna de Boston. Me gustaría que evaluase la adquisición de varios locales. Adjunto una lista a la carta. Estos locales los actualmente en Luis. Ahora no se le conocido por usted. Es uno de los nuestros, pero tiene una explicación de los asuntos respecto a un saludo. Un poco hija de puta la
That
señora.
explains why Hazel's holding off on Fang's embrace. Underwood. What a creep.
Mi príncipe, he oído que toma la partida de mi querido Silver, Caleb Pazzuri. Es cierto que la marcha progresiva de los más ancianos entre nosotros es una cuestión preocupante, sobre todo si concierne un elemento tan valioso como Caleb. En todo caso, creo que es el modo de mantener su expresión un poco más de tiempo. Me hicieron encarrizado de una prometedora jovencita. Quiero darle el abrazo más de lo que nunca le he visto desear nada. ¿Por qué? Quería preguntarse. ¿Por qué elegir a otro chillo contando yo que no tan consumado conmigo? Porque eres un putísimo gilipollas, compañero. Por poner un ejemplo. No me atrevo a comentar al respecto y prefiero limitarme a unirme a usted en la pregunta. Ese tal Xu Feng, si me lo objeto de sus deseos, le será presentado formalmente muy pronto. Ya sabe lo que aprecia el bueno de Bazuri y las tradiciones. Y ni qué decir tiene que solo le darle el abrazo cuando le dé permiso para ello. Por eso le sugiero que use alguna oscura excusa, como la sobrepoblación de Boston, por ejemplo, para postergar el asunto. Lo entenderá. Si algo se le da bien a Caleb, es entender los príncipes, aunque tomen decisiones que vayan en contra de sus intereses. Pídele más tiempo, pospóngalo o simplemente ignore sus peticiones y estará más dispuesto que nunca a demostrarle su valía para que vea que se lo merece. Obviamente no espero compensación alguna por este consejo. El mero acto de servir al príncipe y a la corte de Boston, de cumplir con mi deber en suma, es pago suficiente. Pero es un poco muy hijo de puta, ¿eh?
Bazuri is a loyal dog, and Hazel's got him on a short leash.
Caleb Pazzuri, evaluación de Yara Dori. El envenenado de Quentin King, Caleb Pazzuri, siempre se mantuvo sin tacha, realizando todas las tareas que se le encomendaron sin pestañear siquiera. Es la herramienta perfecta para ocuparse del trabajo sucio, porque es frío y eficaz. No voy a enumerar a cuántos sangre débil, anarquistas o disidentes ha plantado cara y derrotado. Una lata tan abrumadora a su predecesor que debería aconsejarle que lo apartara o incluso lo eliminara. Sin embargo, la insta a no precipitarse en ese sentido. De hecho, mantener a Caleb Pazzuri tan cerca de usted como sea posible parece lo más sensato. Aseguro que su lealtad no era para con Quentin King, sino para con el cargo de príncipe, y ese cargo le corresponde a usted, señora Iverson. Caleb Pazzuri podría convertirse rápidamente en sus mejores bajas. Pero su disposición para facilitar informes sobre sus diversas misiones. Sin embargo, leerlos todos se antoja innecesario dada su extensión.
Hazel said there was an accident, but it was actually an execution. If Leisha were to find out...
Dr. Richard Johnson. Continúe, pesar que confirmo que anoche llevé a cabo sus órdenes. Gracias, historia. Ahora sin duda experimentarán en las vidas nuevos incidentes. He hablado con el instituto para que se ocupen de Leisha, porque seguro que se quedará impactado y se sentirá mal por lo ocurrido. Aunque entiendo sus motivos, señor Iversen, con el debido respeto de advertirle que la desaparición de Halsey no se traducirá necesariamente en un mayor potencial de Leisha para tener visiones. Le diré a Leisha que se ha producido un desafortunado accidente y, si es necesario, manipularé sus recuerdos para evitar lo peor. Puede contar con mi discreción y ser una tumba en lo que esté. Um,
I should go. It's gonna be a long night. First, the Anarchs. But I have to find them first.
Vale, ya que vamos a hacer un brebaje sin necesidad, pensando que me voy a encontrar aquí con Iversen o algo. Buah. Y ahora tocaría Leis. Funcional. Tenemos un bono para retórica. Pues creo que con esto seguimos para adelante. Y después del capítulo este de Leisha, lo dejaremos. Creo que más o menos vamos por la mitad del juego. La que le dije a esta señora realmente está muerta. Loco, qué putísima perra del infierno. La príncipe, ¿eh?
Halsey? Yes, Mom. I'm here.
Hostia, vale. Ahí.
That's my final warning. I destroyed her. I told you, I destroyed her.
I have to believe you. Apparently, I don't have a choice.
You should have told me you wanted proof.
We did what had to be done for everyone's safety.
Without getting the Council's opinion, Miss Iverson. And forcing my hand.
Enough. Not another word. That's my final warning.
Only Richard would still use that. Richard always liked masks. Like all children of Malkov. Hey, Pumpkin. What are you looking at?
The picture is scary.
¿Cuál de todos, socio?
There's nothing to be afraid of. You're not going to be afraid of a couple paintings now, are you?
No, but...
Yes, I know. It's Richard. He was angry, but he wasn't angry with you. You know...
I don't think he is. He doesn't like me following you around.
Yes, but it's because he worries you'll get hurt. Pumpkin, there are much more serious things going on right now.
Those people who put us into boxes.
Yes, them. But don't be scared. Mommy's here.
I know.
I won't let anyone hurt you. Ever.
There you are.
Where have you been? I've been looking for you since I got back, but...
The prince hasn't given me a moment's rest since I returned.
I won't hide the fact that I was happy that you were the one to... well...
That I informed them about the Second Inquisition. Yes, I can imagine.
Everyone's petrified. I can sense it.
Hazel lost it when she found out. I had a hard time convincing her I was telling the truth.
I admit that even I...
She's going to ask for your help, I'm sure of it. She didn't follow your treatment protocol. Usually, I give you your treatment when you awaken. You'll become more and more overwhelmed by your visions and your hallucinations. All this because she's afraid. Hazel has become dependent on you.
What, with the SI on our doorstep? I don't find it surprising to be afraid. What, with everything they've learned about us? And what they just did?
Our prince fears losing her throne more than her head, believe me. She needs your premonitions to help her anticipate the future, to try to influence the course of events.
Wait a second. I don't see how my visions can help her.
Nor do I. Our visions are nothing more than possible metaphorical futures. And...
Excuse me?
Pardon me. Dropping the professional jargon, you only see things that could possibly happen.
But then why are they so important to her if nothing is certain?
Perhaps she wants to see if it's still possible to change the course of events.
But they're never very specific. And I hardly remember them. Why is that?
All I know is that she's kept me distanced from you a few times to seek your help. Often you didn't have any precise memory of what transpired, or only partially remembered it.
Is she manipulating my memory?
It would be the best way for her to keep your visions for herself, but I can't be sure of it. Here's a dose of your treatment. Take it immediately.
This will rid me of my premonitions. Is that it?
I don't have time to break this to you gently. I have to go straight to the point.
What are you talking about?
Leisha, Halsey isn't real.
What?
It's not true, is it?
You're the only one who sees her.
No.
Our family has a gift for seeing things.
No, Halsey is my daughter.
In your mind. It's always difficult to pull you away from her. That's why I try to treat you as soon as you awaken to keep Halsey from reappearing.
He's lying, Mom! He hates me!
You're either lying or you're wrong. I don't know which, but it's not true.
Leisha!
But Hazel sees her.
When your hallucinations increase, your premonitions do too. They become more specific and more reliable. And that's what the prince wants. But you grow increasingly catatonic. Halsey starts to take over.
No! I don't want you to leave me!
Enough! Shut up, both of you!
It's just you and me, Leisha.
Oh, no.
He's a liar! It's not true!
I regret having to inflict this terrible shock on you, each and every time.
Every time?
Leisha, the prince wants to see you, immediately.
Yes, of course. Just a minute.
I'm not supposed to be here. I should have left for the Red Salon already.
Why? No, you can't just leave like that. I have too many questions.
Hazel doesn't like to wait.
We'll have time. Go now. Obey the prince, Leisha. Stay where it's safe, and above all, drink.
There. I'm coming.
Tremenda hija de puta es la príncipe, ¿eh? O sea, una cosa espectacular.
Leisha, I wanted to thank both of you for...
The prince sees me. See, Mom? Richard's a liar.
Are you all right, Leisha? You seem...
Quit pretending.
Come now, Leisha. What's wrong?
You've been pretending to see Halsey since the very beginning. Why did you lie to me?
Lie to you? I didn't lie to you. Halsey is part of you, and I accept you just the way you are. That's all.
Vamos a hacer un banquete interesante más el estereotipo Harley Quinn acá Leisha. Totalmente.
You don't need to play games. You're my prince. Whatever you asked of me, I would have obeyed. You don't need to manipulate me.
You're right. I didn't want to take her from you. Hallucinations, premonitions, these visions are part of you.
So, Halsey, you're calling her a vision?
I don't think Halsey is putting anyone in danger, especially not you. On the contrary.
What do you mean?
I think she brings out the best in you. You brought Miley back together. That's proof that she's not a burden for you. I'm grateful to her, too, for having saved Miley. I don't think anybody should tell you to change who you are.
But you were pretending! You lied to me, damn it!
Show some respect for your prince. You're blaming me for taking a step into your world. Should I have laughed at you behind your back, like the others do? You're wrong about who's trying to manipulate you.
I don't know.
You don't trust me.
I think I'm a little confused.
Mom? I don't understand. Why are you saying that?
Listen, I'm sure you weren't expecting it. I would have rather spared you all of this. But Richard is convinced you're better off without Halsey.
Yes, he told me that. He told me that if Halsey stayed, I'd have even more visions.
That's true, as far as I can tell.
And that I'd end up unable to tell what's real from what's imaginary. He's even provided me with a treatment.
Oh. Well, it's up to you to decide if you want to take it, of course. But before you make up your mind, we need your help. Our family is in danger, Leisha.
I don't know if I can. I don't really feel like...
The Second Inquisition is here. You saw them yourself.
Mom? Mom, I'm tired. This isn't fun anymore. I want to go home. Please?
I'm tired too, Sugarfangs.
You need to help us.
Obviously. But what exactly do you want me to do this time?
An impression, an opinion about what's going on.
A premonition, basically.
Don't take it like that. Others are less scrupulous than I, believe me.
What are you talking about?
Richard, for one, who has manipulated your memory multiple times.
What?
Ask him about it. Just know that there are far worse than me creeping around you, Leisha.
Mom?
It's not as simple as that. I don't choose when they happen.
Mom! Mom, listen to me.
Yes, sweetie. What is it?
There's no point. The swan will lose its head in 2 days. I just saw it. We know, Mom.
What's going on? Leisha, is Halsey speaking to you? What is she saying?
Halsey sees a swan. It'll lose its head in 2 days. But that could mean a lot of things.
It's not very clear, you mean?
Nothing's ever certain, and...
Of course. There's got to be a way to shuffle things. There must. Not after everything I've done. I won't believe it.
Hazel,
Please leave. I need to think.
As you wish. Damn it. I don't know who to believe anymore. Richard or Hazel.
Please, Mom. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Uf, no, la decisión jodida es esta. ¿Tú crees, Ana? A pesar de saber que no es real y toda la pesca. Que por cierto, yo tengo una pregunta, o sea, este concepto de personaje para llevarlo a una partida está muy guapo. Pero ¿cómo se gestionaría el tema de la niña? O sea, suponiendo que llevásemos a... que algún jugador llevase este personaje a la partida que tenemos abierta, La niña la llevaría. La llevaría la máster, que en este caso eres tú. Claro, pero simplemente la niña ese NPC me hablará y el resto cuando vaya a intervenir, no, 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 tú no estás escuchando a la niña y tú no estás viendo ninguna niña. O algo similar. Está curioso. Me la anoto para si en algún momento. Mal. Oh, oh, está guay. Algo parecido a lo que estoy diciendo yo con Marta con el personaje de ella en Pentaforce. Que digo, uy, tal personalidad, toma el control. Está súper curioso el personaje, o sea, como Malkavian, como concepto. Se sale de. Soy una. Leisha se sale del rollito típico de los Malkavian de soy una Harley Quinn, explosiones, pum, pum, pum. Y se sale del trastorno de doble personalidad, que es lo que se suele poner la gente. Está muy, muy chulo. Sí, el rollo de tal. El rollo del personaje de Marta está muy bien hecho. Malkavian puede. Sí. Sí, se sabe construir bien. O sea, yo ahí. Claro. Es que yo, Malkavian es un clan que no se lo daría a un jugador que no tenga ya experiencia, no roleando, sino en vampiro. Ah, es un clan complicado de llevar. Para alguien que está empezando en vampiro, le daría casi que cualquiera de los otros de la camarilla. Le daría los toreador o los ventru para llevarlo más por el rollo social, los gangrel o los Brulla para llevarlo por el rollito más físico. Un Nosferatu si quieres jugar rollo a los espías James Bond. O un Tremer, que bueno, si un Tremer yo creo que también un mínimo de experiencia hay que tener, al menos roleando, porque lo que vimos en nuestra partida, con la taumaturgia se puede hacer tanta putísima mierda que tienes que darle un par de vueltas al coco y buscar cómo encajarla y generar efectos y cosas chulas. Y porque normalmente las personas que juegan Valkyrie te pueden. Sí, las pueden dinamitar. Si se quieren pasar demasiado hardcore con. Ah, no, es que mi personaje está loco, entonces. Y Giovanni está en el partido. Sí, pero Giovanni ya estamos entrando en clanes fuera de la camarilla. O sea, clanes que de base están fuera de la camarilla. Yo para facilitar el tema a alguien que va a empezar, solo le daría a elegir entre clanes de la camarilla. Lo cual nos deja fuera a los La Sombra, a los Giovanni, a los Sinis, a los Asamitas, a los Rapnos. Me dejo uno. Sombra y Sinis son los de tal. Rapnos, Asamitas, Giovanni. Ah, coño, y los seguidores de Set. Las putas serpientes. Pero porque todos llevan un trasfondo un poco más. A lo mejor de todos esos, los más sencillitos de llevar pueden ser los Asamitas y los. Los Asamitas y los Rapnos. Hombre, a ver, es que el tema de la sombra que manipula las sombras y hace sus movidas, un simis que empieza a moldear carne y que se puede sacar las costillas, convertirlas. Eso está a tope guapo, pero vas a encajar, o sea, si se juega en una ciudad de camarilla, pese a que seas probablemente una sombra o un simis antitribu, te van a mirar mal en todos los sitios. Obtener tiene una piña súper underrated y está rotísimo. Obtenebración es el de la sombra, ¿no? El de las sombras y tal. Y es ese, a ver, o sea, cualquier cosa que implique que tú usas sombras para tus movidas, ya vimos en Naruto con Shikamaru, que puede no ser lo que más daño haga, pero te da una versatilidad del carajo. Y si lo usas bien y con táctica, está súper guay. Después vamos a decir que no cogemos tratamiento y Halsey se queda conmigo.
We're inseparable, like two peas in a
Yes. Like 2 peas in a pod, sweetie.
Tremenda visión se le viene a esta señora.
What's wrong?
Vale. Una puerta al final de un pasillo y todo parece estar manchado de sangre o alguna otra cosa, que es el suelo. Va a haber algo súper perturbador cuando miramos por el cristal. Es Halsey, ¿no? La niña que está ahí. Lo que ya no tengo ni puta idea es quién es toda la peña que hay alrededor.
Mom?
Yes, I'm fine. It's all right. It's just, I need to talk to Richard, Pumpkin.
Again? No, we're happy together.
It's not just you. The hallway, my memory. He has to explain this. I want to understand.
All right, as long as we're together.
Bueno. Hombre, esto yo ya lo jugaría en el orden que viene aquí. Primero lo de Laser, luego lo de Kelet y luego lo de... Bueno. Pero yo creo que vamos a aprovechar para dejarlo por aquí. A ver si mañana podemos empezar un poquito más temprano. Que básicamente es que me estaba viendo el resubido de ayer de Vaya hablando de la Twitch Captors de Pokémon. Y pinta súper top. La Twitch Captors básicamente han hecho un juego completamente... Vamos a hacerle las reglas zarapecas. O sea, básicamente se han montado un juego de base nuevo con mogollón de referencias de Twitch, de distintos youtubers, de distintos streamers. O sea, sale por ahí Jordi Wild diciendo que se viene un podcast intenso de no sé qué. Y dices tú, hostia puta. Eso va a estar muy top. Pues gente, mañana continuamos. Mañana se viene empezar con Leisha en el Salón Rojo, luego ir a matar al pavo este y hablar con los anarquistas. Así que nada, nos vemos mañana con más. Un saludito y hasta luego. Chaito.